Morning and welcome to Gardening 365 37. As you probably noticed, we've had some snow. Not an awful lot, maybe 2 or 3 inches. And it snowed all day yesterday, it didn't stop really. So we've had snow, but the surprising thing is, although we've had snow, okay, if you look a little bit further, when you look down the valley, there's no snow down there really at all. And just like I said in the very first Gardening 365, that's the difference of living at altitude. We do have a very short growing season, as I said, so my idea this year is to try and make this growing season as long as possible, using the greenhouse, using any techniques that I can find, using plants that will grow in lesser temperature to try and extend our season as much as possible. I really would like to garden for 365 days of the year. And probably your locals recognise Morley there. Although that's about how far we are. As a crow flies, we're probably about 3-4 mile maybe. Okay, but no snow at all. Isn't that incredible? And that's the difference probably that 200 or 300 feet makes. And before I go outside, I'm just going to give you a quick indoor plant review. My little peppers seem to be doing fine. A couple of cucumbers, they're doing okay, a little bit leggy. I've got some early tomatoes, and they're a special variety to grow early. I've got some tomatillos, which haven't done well at all. They're far too leggy, probably too early for them. And everything here, apart from the chilies, is really an experiment, to be quite honest. Some exhibition onions, they're doing okay, I suppose. Malabar, they're a climbing spinach. And this is the real thing why I'm growing early. Early chilies, they take such a long time to ripen come the late autumn. The earlier you can sow them, the more chance you've got to ripen them in the sun. That's why the chilies are in. Got a couple of courgettes now then. 1 or 2 of them have got some leaf rot at the end. I'm not sure why. Maybe again they're a bit too early. More chilies. And more exhibition onions. The amaryllis growing in the window. Doing okay, but nowhere near as good as Yvonne's that she posted to Facebook recently, because it hasn't flowered yet. Next to it, the little bird of paradise, which is absolutely spectacular if you can get them to flower, which I'm hoping that one will. And we got new growth going there, that centre stalk, which is great. A couple of more smaller amaryllis, and then the Amaryllis Hercules, which is supposed to be a real big one. Now then, if that's supposed to be a big one, that's normal size, that is going to be an absolute monster, we hope. And we got some more small seeds there as well. Now, about a month ago I showed you this, which is the peace lily flower, and it's not looking so good now, but it's been out for a month. But we've got another one that's about to open up. So the peace lily is obviously loving its position. We've got it on the floor out of direct sunlight, and it seems to grow really well. And we just fertilise it once a week and then water it about twice a week. The hibiscus, which has been really spectacular this year, no flowers on it at the moment, but I think that needs to just rest a little bit, but I'm sure that'll be back in flower at some point. Now, this is the castor oil plant, and it's a strange beast. We showed you the leaves the other week and they were spectacular. This leaf now looks like it's dying, which they do, so I'm not too bothered about that, but look at that. It looks like it's coming out into some sort of flower or something. And you look right at the top. I'm not sure how well this will show you. We're starting to see some flowers there. I'll try and get a better... There, look. So really excited what's happening to that. And for anybody you can remember, this is the one that I used to have on my desk at Stadco just before lockdown. It's grown some. And the yucca's looking fine, with new growth at the top as well. So we're doing okay. I've got a couple more I want to show you, ones I don't show you quite so often. In the kitchen we've got this, I think it's some sort of fuchsia, but I'm not really sure. and this was a plant that was given to us by Amina. So Amina, if you do know what it is, if you could let us know, we'd be really pleased. But it flowers with red and white flowers. It really is quite a nice plant. And another plant that Amina gave us, this is a spider plant, and you can see it's got its little flowery things that run off it, and that's the new growth. So it seems to be doing okay again now. Did have a bad turn for a while. I think we left it in the coal for a little bit too long, but it's doing okay now. And my ginger is out here in the propagator, growing quite nicely. Just come into the greenhouse now, and the current temperature is 1.4, so it is chilly in here. I was hoping to have the heating back in the greenhouse, but unfortunately the company that deliver the bottles didn't drop it off. So by this time next week, I'm hoping we'll have heating in here, and I can start to move some of the plants from in the house back out, depending on the temperatures, obviously, of course. So I'll be monitoring the temperature in the greenhouse more closely now. But 1.4, it's chilly. Still got one or two lettuce. Some of them are not looking great, but I'm sure there's still some edible parts of those. The calabrese that I'm going to eat very shortly, when it gets big enough, is looking good. Okay, obviously it's not growing that fast because of the temperature, but calabrese grows well in lower temperatures. So that's something I found out this year. One job I did manage to do, and I did it on Friday after I finished work, was finish the blocking for my raised bed. But I knew it was going to come cold, so I covered the raised bed up with blue tarpaulin, and the reason why was to stop the cold getting into the mortar and cracking it. So I'm going to leave that as it is. I'm not going to open it up because obviously I still don't want any cold going in there. But as soon as the weather warms up, I'll be filling that up, and I'm going to be putting in some rubble and some wood in the bottom of it to get it going really, really well. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that over the next week or two. That's interesting. Absolutely freezing cold with snow. I've just lifted up the carpet on top of the compost bins, and there's worms still working it. Very impressive. And here's my seed potatoes. These are the potatoes I kept from last year, earliest, and as you can see, they are chitting. So as soon as I get some heat in the greenhouse, those will be going in some soil. Hi, this is Nigel Gill from Gardening 365 reporting on a secret location. Now I'm by the old topographing on Clee Hill Common. If you look at the ridge at the top, that's roughly about the height we live at. But looking in completely the opposite direction, there's the edge of the snow line. This has been Nigel Gill reporting for Gardening 365. Back over to the main show.